JoJo Pet V. It's pronounced JoJo Pet. Okay, so this is a Livestream 101 panel, and we have some great guests here that live stream a lot and have a lot of knowledge to pass to you guys. And how are y'all this morning? It's Sunday, beautiful morning in Galveston, Texas. All right, yeah. All right, so we're going to get started with the basics because, it's Livestream 101, so let's do the basics. We're going to start off with, easy one. What do you stream with, and what do you recommend a starter to, bare minimum to stream with as far as software and, hardware and accessories and all that stuff? Okay, so you
go right ahead.
Okay.
You want to start?
No, you go ahead.
All right. And I'll mix
Well,
it.
let's introduce ourselves first.
Yeah, I was going to mix in the introduction. We should keep the mic on there. Not used to talking in front of a mic. That's not my standard recording mic. So I'm Ghost Wolf Games. I do Twitch streaming as well as YouTubing. And for Twitch, I generally will stream with OBS. Let's see, minimum specs required and stuff like that. Let's see. I do know, because my internet is very, very slow, that if you want to do 720p streaming, you definitely want to do at least 3 megabit up and down internet. And if you want 1080p, you can do it with about 5 or 6. So I'm very happy that I got 7, but it's still terribly slow for most things. But you can stream pretty much with any game console. Like a lot of the game consoles now have streaming options. You can stream with OBS off of the PC or XSplit. I think there's a couple other programs. But yeah, you guys want to?
My name is Blake, or Incredi Lag. I do YouTube videos and streaming. My stream actually just got partnered yesterday, so.
Congratulations.
Partnered on Twitch?
Yeah. But for streaming, you have a bunch of different places to stream. YouTube is building their new YouTube gaming platform, and then but for like equipment, I use the Elgato HD60 for a capture card. There's also the Avermedia Live Gamer you could use. But then if you didn't want to do anything too big, you could just stream straight from your console, like they were talking about. But then software, open broadcast software, it's free. I haven't really used anything else. I've tried to use XSplit, but you have to pay for a license, and with OBS being free, I think there's a better choice with that. So.
I pretty much have the same advice as these guys have. I know that if you're just starting out, that OBS is completely free, and there's like a screen capture. So if you're interested in streaming like PC, like Minecraft or something, it's really easy to use OBS to do that. But if you're more experienced, then I use an Elgato for like any console gaming and stuff like that, the HD60. So it's pretty easy to just get involved with it because you don't need a lot to start off with.
Okay, so going with what they've said, OBS, the free platform, is very good to stream off of, and it can be a little confusing for someone who's never used it before. So if you guys don't know how to use it really, there are tons and tons and tons of tutorials on YouTube or anywhere else for FAQs that will basically just tell you how to use it. So yeah, I use OBS. Internet is really important. If you have good internet, your streams will have good quality as long as your hardware matches. But yeah, that's just basically it.
Hi, I'm a Geeky Chick. I'm a partner streamer on Twitch and Camcord. I stream mainly mobile games. Now, I use a Mac, so it's a bit different. I use OBS, but before OBS came out, it was like crazy. Like before OBS Mac version came out, but OBS made it a lot simpler. But to get my iPad or phone screen, I use QuickTime, which is free if you have a Mac. But if you don't have QuickTime, or if you're not on a Mac, you can use Air Server, I think XMirage, and Reflector to get your phone or whatever mobile device you're using. And then OBS, it's a pretty simple setup. You don't really have to have that great of a computer since you're not streaming games from your computer. There's also a few games that have built-in where you can stream directly to Twitch. And so sometimes with those games, all you need is your phone to stream.
I'm Aviator Gaming. I'm a YouTuber and a live streamer. I use OBS to stream anything on the PC. I also use OBS on the Mac with QuickTime to capture any mobile gaming. If I capture console gaming, I use an Avermedia, which is it goes in like a PCI slot in your computer, and you can play like your Xbox One right on your PC. right on your monitor. So I use that to capture anything, and I use OBS to capture AverMedia. So OBS is free. I used XSplit for a while, but it had a yearly license that you had to pay like $60 for. It was a bit more complicated, so OBS is a good starter program for sure.
Going back to me, my name is Joe Dopet, and I stream a lot of mobile gaming, and I use different things, and there's different platforms. A lot of these people probably stream on Twitch. I stream on YouTube. I stream on Camcord. I almost never stream on Twitch, but I use an AverMedia cap card because AverMedia LGP, it's a live game portable. And for that reason, I can't use OBS. For some reason, they don't like touching each other. So they don't like shaking hands. So I'm stuck with XSplit for right now, but I've been with XSplit since it was in like beta. You didn't even have to pay for it. So I'm okay with that. But a lot of people say OBS. It depends on your capture card, you know, if you can use that or not. But that's definitely a way to go if you can, because it is free. But there is something if you have a mobile like you know, iPhone, iPod Touch, you know, stuff like that. If you want to live stream, there's this new platform called Camcord, and you can actually stream it without like any wires connected with a cap card over something that Geeky Chick mentioned, an air server. So you basically press a button here, and the PC or Mac recognizes the signal, and then you just plug it into OBS, and then that way you don't pay for a cap card and all that stuff. So, and that's a pretty new platform. I mean, they just started live streaming, I think, July 23rd, and that's a new one. So I figured I'd throw that in since live streaming 101. You know, how many people play mobile games here? Anybody play on your phone, your iPod Touch, or any Android devices? You know, so it's really easy for you guys to get into it. You know, you don't have to have a powerful PC to run PC games, or you know, capture your console if you don't have a console and stuff like that. So it's a good way to get into games you probably already play. So you know, that's a really good option to get started into it. Also, you know, I like live streaming 1080p. So when you do Twitch, one of the like downsides of it is if you're not a partner, they don't have something called transcoding. And I know I'm like kind of jumping in the deep end right here, guys, but if you're doing transcoding, like say if I'm sending a 1080p signal, right, and your internet is not good enough to handle 1080p, then transcoding will be like, oh, okay, well, we can knock this down to 480p for you, or 720p, or 240p if you're on your mobile device or whatever. So YouTube allows that, and unfortunately, Twitch doesn't unless you're a partner. So, you know, that's something to consider, you know, looking at all these different variables like your internet and, you know, what you're streaming and what kind of quality you want to send out there. So, okay, so let's get to the next question, which is, what's your favorite game to stream?
So my favorite game to stream is probably the one that most people end up watching me for, since I'm one of the developers of the Pixelmon Minecraft mod. A lot of people want to watch me playing mini games and just playing around on that. Although there's actually a new trend in a lot of games where they're very stream interactive. So the Twitch Plays Pokemon phenomenon most people have probably heard about. And so Quiplash and Choice Chamber have actually been two of the ones that I've been playing a bit recently, because the stream actually types things and monsters can appear, and you know, they can make it harder or easier for you. They enjoy tormenting you and, you know, playing along with you. And then the Quiplash is kind of more of a card quiz game thing, and the audience actually gets to vote on which answer to the question is funnier, and it's really good for getting good interaction with your viewership.
I mainly stream Call of Duty right now, but I ask my chat when I'm streaming what they want to see, because the main thing I go for when I'm streaming is to play with my viewers, because with YouTube you don't really get that, you know, same interaction. And so while I'm streaming, I'll ask them if there's anything else they want to play, but normally they just join my game in Call of Duty and I play with them.
Okay, I just realized I never like said who I was. And last time I I talked. My name is Megan, and I go by Megan Plays. I obviously stream, and then I have a YouTube channel. But my favorite thing to stream is like any Nintendo game. I stream a lot of Mario Kart, and I really like streaming the Legend of Zelda games. But I also enjoy streaming Blizzard games like Heroes of the Storm or Hearthstone and stuff like that, 'cause it's a lot of fun to play with like followers and stuff like that.
Okay, so I didn't introduce myself either. My name is Landon, and I go by Landon MC. And the game that I love live streaming is Minecraft. I think a lot of us are here for Minecraft. But anyways, I stream Minecraft, and I get on like Mineplex servers, and I host a player server, and that allows everybody else watching my live stream to join. So there's been times where I have 60, 70, 80 people playing Minecraft with me at the same time, playing mini games that are only meant to handle 16 people. So it's crazy and awesome. And that's my favorite part about streaming, is interacting with people. So
Pretty much like everyone else, I like playing games where everyone can join in. So I'll do like the Minecraft mini games. A big one that I've been doing recently is Agario, or there's another one that's just like Agario. It's Mitosis, and I like Mitosis because I can invite friends. So then it'll be everybody in the stream, and it's just fun. We're like eating each other or like helping each other out, like take turns getting everybody to the top of the leaderboard. So anything where I can really interact. So I'm always open like to suggestions. One of it, since it's mobile, we do Block Force. It kind of looks like Minecraft, but you have guns, and so you're playing like team battling or whatever, just running around shooting each other. And that's really good because they can just jump in, so I don't have to actually invite them. So everybody just jumps in, and then they'll like to like type in the chat to see their names pop up on the stream. So anything where I can interact with the people watching.
I do Minecraft, mostly live streaming, sometimes The Sims too. But when I do Minecraft, I usually start like a private server, and like every live stream I'll invite 2 of my fans to join the server, and they can become a member for life, and it's a way they can play with me and all my YouTube friends, because we all play on the same server and we all stream on the same server. So I just started streaming on Camcord July 23rd, and what I've been doing is adding 2 people a day, like people that give the most hearts on Camcord, and also just like one person at random who's active in the chat. And it's actually turning out to be something really cool. We have an amazing map going, and everyone's on it all day, and it's a ton of fun.
My favorite game to live stream is Minecraft Pocket Edition. Again, I'm a mobile gamer, so I'd like to play on my phone whenever I can, and I love taking my world with me. One of my favorite things to do live streaming is I like building pixel art. Does anybody do pixel art with Minecraft here? Yeah. I play these other games on my channel called Skylanders and Disney Infinity, and I do pixel art of those. So I usually live stream when I do those, just for I had a bad experience with like Fraps years back, so ever since then I've been really careful about using that program. So now I just live stream everything, and that way it always has like a video to go back on, and I can just download it and edit it as I want to. So you can actually have interactions while you're doing that stuff, and people are like, "What is that? What are you building?" But also, you can do interactive stuff like Geeky was saying, and Aviators, like playing with the viewers. That's really cool because you have that instant interaction. You're not just, talking to these people. You're playing with these people. So that's really cool. There's believe it or not, on Pocket Edition there is survival games and servers and stuff like that that constantly playing on LBSG. But so yeah, that's my favorite thing to live stream. Let's see. My next question is, 1 second, guys. Sorry, phone set off.
And kind of like a follow-up to that question, because I see some different live streaming styles among the people on the panels. Do you tend to be more playing directly with the fans, or are there certain things where it's better if they're watching you play something? Do you like playing games where you interact with the chat, but you're not playing directly with people?
It depends on what I'm playing. With Call of Duty, you have different game modes. You have like your multiplayer, and then you have like zombies. And when I play zombies, I'll play with myself because there's like certain Easter eggs and things you can do within that normally it's so easier solo. But then when I'm playing online, I really just don't care. Like I'll just say, okay, join my game, and we'll start. And once I get like 6 or 9 people in, and then I'll have to like kick everybody else, of course, because it doesn't allow that many people. And then I'll join in a game and play with them. But it just depends on what I'm playing.
Yeah, I have to agree. It definitely depends. For example, if I want to stream Grand Theft Auto, everybody wants to join, and then the entire time they're playing, all they want to do is try to kill me. So it's not that fun for me to play Grand Theft Auto with followers. But for example, Mario Kart, that's actually really fun to play with followers because you see them like either ahead of you or behind you, and it's like a competition. So yeah, it really depends on the game that you're playing.
For me, sometimes when I play those mini games that are crazy, full of like tons of people, they decide to target me if they're in my stream specifically. So it's like, it's not that great if you're live streaming and the beginning of the round you just get killed, because then that's not entertaining for anybody. And so it really just depends on what game you're playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with everyone else. It can get overwhelming when everyone's coming at you, especially if you're trying a new game. Like I was playing Vainglory. It's kind of like a League of Legends MOBA, and I have no experience with those games, and it's crazy. Like everyone, they're just like killing you, and then they want to tweet and show pictures. Oh, I got 30,000 kills on Geeky, and so you can, if you don't want to get like too frustrated, or like with GTA or something where you have to invite people and it's a limited amount of players that can play with you, that can be frustrating. Sometimes the whole stream is you just trying to cycle through and get more and more players in so that it's fair. So like if I know I'm in a mood where I don't want to have to go through that, then I'll play maybe just like a Clash of Clans. But even that has a lot of viewer interaction because people want me to like review their bases. But it's still more like you're saying, more chat. Like I can chat, or Fallout Shelter is a good one. It's kind of like you're just, you know, managing your tower, so you can sit there and just talk and still play the game. Or the Telltale games like Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us. Those is like, it's almost like they're watching a movie with you, so you can kind of make comments, but it's more relaxing. So sometimes you really do look for that time where you don't have to manage and exchange. You just want to maybe relax with your viewers and talk a little and play.
Most times I just try to stay interactive with the chat. I'm not very good at competitive games, so if I'm in like a survival games or something like that, if people join, yeah, they'll kill me because they'll get to see themselves on the stream and they killed a YouTuber or something like that. But I'm pretty open to having people in the games, but most of the time, like when I stream Sims, no one can join, so I just stay active with the chat. And when I'm streaming Minecraft on the private server, there's very few people on that server, so I just try to stay as active with the chat as possible.
Yeah, it definitely comes down to the game. Like I said, I do Minecraft a lot, but when I'm doing like Spider-Man Unlimited and it's an endless runner game, all I can do is like, you know, try to play the game to my best ability and then look over, you know, when I've got like half a second to not die, and you know, try to, you know, read and be like, oh, that's funny, like, or you know, respond to them and you know, give them interaction in the chat. And I think that's one of the most important things when you're live streaming, because you want to actually like interact with the person who is live streaming. So, you know, you want to try to at least like, you know, give them something that they're there. Sometimes I hear people come in and they're like, oh my gosh, you're like a decent sized streamer and you actually talk to people. I don't understand that. Like that, you know, sometimes like you go to, I guess they go to other streams and people don't even talk to them, and I don't understand that, because it's for me, live streaming is all about interactivity with the viewer. So that's it for me. But next question would be.
I would like to add one more thing into that.
What?
As you were saying, one really, really important thing that I always try to stress to people when they're like, hey, how do I become a live streamer? Is when you start off, make sure that you're interactive with chat. That is the number one, like, top priority for me, is not like always scanning the chat, because then I can't play the game, but make sure you glance at the chat and interact and say hey to the new people and say thanks for following and all that stuff, because people come to your live stream for interactions. People go to YouTube to watch. Like it's really important. So yeah.
It's like hanging out with a friend, like, you know, and like hanging out, kicking it back with a friend, you know, like watching them play and like egging them on, or like razzing them and stuff like that. So it's like, it's not watching this person on TV or on your computer monitor. It's hanging out with them. So that's really a important thing, like Landon said. So also, what do you think of YouTube gaming? Has anybody seen that yet? You get a chance to
Like
see
the
it?
live streaming through the
Yeah,
game?
the YouTube gaming platform. Have you seen it?
I have not seen
Okay.
it yet. I'm going to be checking it out after the con.
With the YouTube gaming platform, they're actually giving beta, not really beta, it's like pre-alpha access to people like they know. And me and a friend got to like check it out, I guess. And it's really weird. Like if you're used to the YouTube you have right now, then it's definitely different. I don't know what I can and cannot say, but the live streaming's better. It's definitely better on. Have you guys ever watched YouTube live stream? You haven't, or some of you have? Okay, then yeah. If you have watched the YouTube live stream right now, the live stream on YouTube Gaming is definitely better. There's a lot of things that are changed, but they definitely made a step forward in competing with the other platforms. Like before, it was way behind, and now it's a lot better. So that's a good thing.
You ever seen it yet? What?
Oh, okay. I haven't checked it out yet, but I think that it's a good thing. I think competition is very healthy.
Yeah.
I think that it will make everyone have to work harder and work more with the people who are creating content, because now you have options. It's not like you're here, there's nowhere else for you really to go. So I think it's gonna be good for everything.
I've streamed on YouTube Gaming quite a few times. I think it's great for guys that are bigger YouTubers like me, because I already built such a big audience. Why would I try to go somewhere else and build another audience? Because I'm just diversing myself even more, spreading myself thin. So when I stream on YouTube Gaming, like I streamed Five Nights at Freddy's 4, the night it came out, and I had 32,000 people watching. Like that to me is just life-changing, because I have a sub base I grew over 5 years, and on Twitch there's no way I could get something like that.
I'm not a part of the beta or the early alpha access. I saw it at E3, and actually right now on Android, there is an early build of YouTube Gaming. So if you have an Android, you can download it. But I work on another channel called Touch Gameplay, and we have beta access, or alpha, or whatever you call it. And basically, it's back in like 2011, like when I first started on YouTube live streaming. There was a part of Machinima Live that would actually go to bat with YouTube for making the live streaming experience better. Ryan Wyatt, what's his name, Fwiz? He is actually like front running it. I think he has a big part of it. And when he worked with it back then, we had our own little like almost channel. You go to YouTube.com/Machinima Live, and it was a lot more like stylish, and it was a lot more like organized, and a lot more geared towards gaming, and specifically the Machinima people, that part of live streaming. But since he's heading the new YouTube Gaming, I think it's going to be really good. What I saw was like, say if you play any game like Ark, for instance, on the left side there's like a trending part, and like there's Ark, there's Grand Theft Auto 5 or whatever's popular right now, and they'll have like 10 games in there, and then so it's a lot more easier to access like cool stuff you've never heard about, and then like kind of give you an idea of maybe you want to stream that too, or maybe you want to do videos on that. And then there's the popular games, and then there's like once you go to that part, like one of those games, you actually get to see all these videos. And then also there's live streams. There's a little tab for live streams and stuff like that. So once you're done with your live stream, everything that happens during that live stream, it bundles up, and it like says, okay, well, all these likes, all this watch time, and all these like little things that are in YouTube that go into the YouTube search results, they get bundled together, and when it comes to video, it pushes it to the top of like the search engine, and gives you a kind of a foot up in the door, so to speak, on like videos. So I think it's really cool. I'm looking forward to it coming out. Hopefully it's very soon because the app's out. So I'm thinking it's probably in the next couple weeks or something like that. Because they said summer of this year. So, what are some of your favorite moments from live streaming? Like, for instance, like I said earlier, like when you're not recording, you ever like play a game and not record, not live stream, and this amazing thing happens, like a crazy glitch, or just like I can't believe I just did that, in a video game, and you're not capturing it at all. But if you're live streaming it, then you can always go back and make a highlight of that. You can make a clip from that, and what's one of your favorite moments like that? Let me go first.
I'll start down the other end.
Okay, Aviator.
Oh God. So it's like a favorite moment that I captured via live stream and glad I was streaming it.
Well, it can be like something that happened in the game. It can be an interaction with one of the viewers or something like that.
I'll pass for now.
Oh, you want me to go?
Oh,
I guess the best highlight I had, I was playing Vainglory, and my character glitched. I don't know what happened, but she flew across the entire map to the enemy side and died. And my reaction, I'm just shocked. I'm like, what's going on? I freaked out, and everybody was going crazy. And I put a highlight on it, I think on my YouTube and camcord, and I get so many people are like, your reaction is the greatest. I mean, it's embarrassing for me to watch it, but everyone likes it because I just totally lost it. I was like, how is this happening? I'm banging on my iPad trying to get my person just not instant death. And then I guess for viewer interactions, I think the best thing is I've actually created real relationships with some of my viewers, where we're talking and being able to just be a part of their lives, whether it's giving advice or something. Sometimes I don't get that with my YouTube channel, so I really like that. I've talked to some of the kids that watch my channel, I've talked to their parents, and their parents we love watching you. You're part of our family. If you're ever here, we want to hang out with you. I don't know, that's just pretty cool for me. Or I've been for a couple of years, maybe they graduate high school and they're telling me, oh, I got a job now. So I think the relationships, and I mean, it's unreal. I have people all over the world that I'm friends with through this, so it's pretty cool. I think that's my most thing.
Okay, so I have this one series that I have on my YouTube channel called Ultra Hardcore Survival, and it's where I started out on an island that was 5 by 5 with one tree, and I just had to grow from there, and if I die, I'm dead. So I decided to live stream the episodes and then post them on YouTube, and the very first live stream I did of this, I got really far. I was 2 hours in, and I had just built a mob spawner, and you have to be elevated off the ground for that. And a creeper blew me up while I was in the mob spawner, and I flew all the way up in the air, and then I just landed right on the ground, and I died. And I flipped out because I had just spent 2 hours making this base, and I couldn't respawn. It was great, and everybody loved it, but that has to be my favorite moment for sure. It was amazing.
So sorry.
So out of all
So
the
sorry.
actual water, you landed on one little brick.
Yeah,
sort of?
by then my island was only 25 by 25, and I just had to land on the one spot that was not watered. So I just, it's like
Bad luck.
it's like making making a origami or writing a homework paper, right? A page-long essay, and then just finding out that someone threw it away or flushed it down the toilet. It was great.
Yeah. Okay, well, my story isn't that good. I mean, I don't have any super memorable moments, but definitely all the followers get a kick whenever something crazy happens to you that's out of your control, and it's really fun to see their reactions. I wouldn't say that this is a super big highlight, but I know in Splatoon, if you try to buy something from the shop and you're not level 4, they call you a loser, and they tell you that you're really lame, and they make you leave. So then for the next hour, all my followers were telling me I was too lame and couldn't shop with the squids, and I don't know. It was humiliating, but
Aw.
I know. But they have fun poking fun at us a lot.
Yeah.
Do you guys have something to add? Because I have one more thing that was just really funny. Okay, so in one of my streams, this one guy came in, and when you live stream, you get trolls, right? And 4chan and just other random people would come in and try to raid your stream and troll you, be like 1, 2, 3 door giveaway. So what I did is this one guy came in and was like, man, you really suck at live streaming. I was like, thanks, man. And I was like, you know what? Everybody will do this, but no streamer, I bet, has let their chat just get out all of their anger towards you. So I had this 1 minute where I actually set a countdown clock, and I was like, okay, you guys, if you have anything mean to say, just get it out. Just get it out right now. And so the chat was just, I mean, it wasn't that bad. They were all messing with me, you know. But it was just like the minute of hate. And then after that, I had a minute of like your favorite things. And that was also a really fun part about my stream. So yeah.
I think my favorite part while live streaming is something I do every time I stream. You know, I don't really have a favorite memorable moment for playing games. But at the end of all of my streams, I'll have around like 400 to 500 viewers, and I'll go on the game section of Twitch, and I'll go like to the very bottom to where I can't find. I'll find someone like 0 viewers, and I'll end up sending my whole stream to their stream, and their chat will just be like rolling, and then their faces light up, and it's so awesome to see that. Because I remember, you know, when I started streaming a year ago, my YouTube was very small, so I didn't really have any way to cross-promote it, so my stream didn't really have a way to grow it. Just, you know, it would just happen over time, and I remember how, like, boring it was just sitting there playing games by myself. And so I do that every time I stream now, and it's pretty cool to see faces light up like that.
And one of my favorite moments from streaming came, I was playing Worms Clan Wars, and I have a couple of stream chat moderators that generally co-commentate with me and play with me. And it was the most hilarious thing. So Crit and Nitz are the 2 moderators, and Nitz has a 4-year-old daughter who likes watching him play video games while we're doing the streaming. And she just leans over, takes the mic, pulls it from his headphone, and it's like, kill Crit. And then the whole chat just started laughing, so I'm like, I've got to listen to the 4-year-old girl, and then we just destroyed him on the game. It was amazing. And it's that kind of interaction that, you know, just random comments and stuff like that that just let you kind of shape the way your stream goes. Like, those make the best moments.
I've got tons of them. I would literally, like, every time something crazy happens, I go in and I make a clip of it and I upload it on YouTube so, like, people that weren't there for it can see it. But I think one of my favorites was Minecraft Pocket Edition. I go, literally, they have a beta testing on Android, like, every time they launch. And it was a beta test of, like, 8.0 or something like that. And for some reason, whenever a mob was on top of a layer of snow, they would bounce. They would just bounce. And I walked in to a snow biome, and it was nighttime, and all I see is like 1,000 mobs just going, like it's a dance party. I'm just like, I don't know if I should be scared or like should I start jumping up and down so they don't attack me? Because when they're glitched out like that for some reason, they don't attack you. You can just get up to them and be like, dooch, 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 you know, and just like dance with them, and they were just like cool. And actually, like, I put music to it, and it's like it's a dance party of mobs in Minecraft, and it's not like a mod or anything I did like that, but it's one of my favorite moments, and it happened during a live stream. So, and that's one of my favorite. Like I said, one of my favorite things about live streaming is you can't like miss those moments, and there are people there witnessing it with you and just cracking up, and you know, you like Landon, you're just like, no, or like, you know, have these huge like human responses, and people are like, I totally get that, and your laugh is hilarious, and you know, they start laughing at your laugh, even if they weren't laughing at, you know, whatever happened during the stream that made you laugh. And it's a really cool exchange, and I love to be able to pass it on to, you know, the people that weren't there for the stream. So that's one of my favorite things during the live stream that's happened to me. But big question, and for the kids, this is more of a, you know, less of a question, but face cam or no face cam, and why?
That is a big question. It's one I've actually spent a lot of time thinking about. For the most part, I don't think I've ever done a face cam while streaming. One of the things I've always, when I've watched streams, like, you'd find the face cam and it's like, oh, well, there's, it's covering up 3/4 of the screen, or, I don't know. I find the entertainment value of the stream is interacting with people and playing the game. So I always found it weird when a lot of people would act up just because the camera was on them, just making silly faces and things with very little relatability. I'm probably going to face cam a bit in the future, but like the games where it adds value is where I think it's useful. Like if you're playing Five Nights at Freddy's and you want to, you're going to be scared or you're going to be reacting a lot, like naturally, like that's what I really think face cam is useful for.
I've actually never streamed without a face cam, but I've always made sure, like you said, you took up much of the screen. I always made sure to put it in a space that wasn't it's okay to take up. Like with the Call of Duty, you have the bottom left with the score, the top left with the radar, and then the bottom right with like how much ammo you have in your weapon. And you have that top right that's just like there's nothing there except just the game. And so you're not, if you put in the, like with me, I normally put in the top right, and you're not covering up the radar and the important stuff in the corners. You're just covering up, that little bit of sky that you're gonna have. So I think if you're going to do face cam, make sure you experiment and put it in a place that's not going to be relevant, and you're not gonna cover up anything important. Like with Minecraft, you don't want to put a face cam in the bottom center because you're covering up your inventory bar. So just make sure you put it in a place that's not really relevant to the game.
How about why? Why would you face cam or not face cam?
I don't really know.
Why do you face cam?
I don't know. Like when I started streaming, I did it because I had a friend doing it, and he had always used face cam, and he told me like something about it was like interacting or I'm not sure, but I've always done it because that's how I've always done it. Like there's not really a reason to it. I just wanted to do it.
Okay, well, the reason that I use a face cam is because whenever I go into streams and there's like no face there, I'm just like, are they like there? Are they looking at the screen? Are they looking at the chat? Like, what are they doing? For me, like, if you're playing a game and you're really into it, those followers can't see your face. They can't see that you're making an effort to look over into the chat, and they can't see you like smile and see what you're doing. So I find that whenever I go into a stream and it has no face cam, I'll like type into the chat, and if they don't respond, I'm like, are they even looking at the chat? Like, are they even trying to interact? So for me, the face cam is a way of showing my followers that like I'm trying to look at you guys, I'm trying to pay attention to you guys. Sorry, I'm like doing this race right now, but like I see you guys. Like I think it's just an easier way to interact. But I do also have like very strategic placing for the face cam window and stuff like that, like different panels, because in OBS you can create different layouts. So just change the layout for the game so that you're not covering any important information, like he said.
I think face camming, if you're comfortable with it, is a whole new way to make people like your stream. Because if you're interactive via game, you can also be interactive with your face and your reactions, and face cam kind of brings a whole new layer of personality to your stream in a way. It makes you first off, it lets people know that you're actually like a person. I mean, no one really asked that, but it kind of brings back the feeling of when you go to a live stream, you say, oh, hey, this is like, I can interact with these people. They're like my friends. They're nice. It's relatable. I don't know how to put it to words, but it's what? Yeah, it's like familiar, and it makes you kind of more like a friend and comfortable with if you can see their face. And the reaction on a face cam is just so great because sometimes, personally, I make really stupid faces and I don't even know I'm doing it. And yeah, so it's great. One problem with face cam though that I had is when I would play my video games, right, I'd be face camming and you have to sit up straight because my face cam was right on my face. But normally, if I got into a big PvP fight or something like that, I would bend down and I'd crouch down like this and no one could see my face. So yeah,
Yeah, I can understand that because mobile gaming, you're always looking down. So like, I know I've seen people like if they have a hat and you can't see them at all. But I've always done face cam with streaming. It's weird because like on my YouTube, I'm like, anytime I do a video like vlog style or in my face, I'm terrified. And like, I don't understand why, but it's weird doing it on my YouTube, but live stream, like if I turn off the webcam, like the chat, like they're like, why is there no webcam or something? Maybe it's because like my son's around or my hair is a mess, but I still wanted to stream. But like my viewers, they won't have it. Like I have to have the face cam on now. And I think it's like, because like you guys said, it's like the connection they have. But I've also seen some people, like if you're like really focused on like game, like how they're talking down at the end, that you don't want it to take away from the game. Like some games, like people really just want to see the gameplay. So I think it's more of like if you're like more of a social live streamer and you want that connection, the face cam is definitely almost like a requirement if that's the kind of stream you want to have. But if you're like more like competitive or hardcore like tutorials, like I'm trying to show you something in the game, then the face cam is more of an option or not necessary.
I always do face cam, but there's sometimes like I'll schedule a stream at like 10 in the morning on YouTube and I'll look like I just woke up because I did just wake up. So I try not to do it, but then everyone goes crazy. So then now I end up streaming pretty much in my boxers with like my crappy like bedtime t-shirt with my hair like all over the place just because everyone wants to see my face for some reason. So face cam's definitely necessary, I think, in most situations.
I'm kind of 50-50. Sometimes I stream with a webcam, sometimes I don't. I don't really, my viewers like don't ever go like face cam, you know, so it's not like always a, you know, like a must for me. So that's why I was curious about like why you do or why you don't, you know, because, you know, it's kind of a question that probably a lot of people in the audience have that I've never really had answered for me. I notice a lot of people do it, but I've never seen the need for it personally. But if people like to look at Aviator and his pretty face over there, you know, and Megan and all these beautiful people, I guess I understand. But it's up to you. But you know, it comes down to do you want to be known like in public? I think that's part of it too. And I have a friend that's still in high school that does this and is huge, and you know he's never shown his face, and he has like 600,000 subscribers. And there are some people that just don't want to be known, you know, that they just want to like go to school and have their public life, and then you know go into their little bat cave and you know turn into Superman or Batman.
Adding on to that, one thing I've seen, I actually saw this with a buddy of mine. He's a Minecraft YouTuber, and for the longest time, until he hit about like 700,000 or 800,000, maybe less, I can't remember, but he's got a very good amount of subscribers, and for the longest time, he never showed his face. And the reason being is because he was playing his Minecraft character. Like he was on YouTube, he wasn't like him. He was playing that character, and so if he would have shown his face, his subscribers. He said that his subscribers would have connected his YouTube with him and not the character he's playing. And he wanted to always have his like subs have that imagination of that's like a cartoon character. Like we're watching this show, and that's my character. That's the character I want to watch. And so that's why he never showed face.
That's another way to look at it. Let's see. Also. When you're a content creator, like on YouTube, you do videos a lot, and it takes a lot of time, like planning. You know, you have to get people together if you're doing Let's Plays and you know that sort of thing, and then you have to go and you have to edit it, and then you have to process it, and upload it, and meta tag and all that fun stuff. And then you come over to live streaming, and I noticed this when I first started live streaming back in the day. Live streaming is really addictive. In that, like, it kind of makes you not want to do videos anymore because it's like it's so easy to do, and all you have to do is okay, I open this app, or this program, you know, and I put in the title, and then I tweet it out, and Instagram it or whatever, and then press go, and that's all the planning it is. It's like, hey guys, I'm gonna stream in like 10 minutes, or I'm gonna stream in an hour, or you give them a time, and then boom. And then after it's over, you stop broadcasting, and it becomes a video on demand wherever. But it's like you don't edit it, you don't do anything else with it, and it's really addictive. I've sat there and live streamed for 9 hours, like on Minecraft, and not even realized it. Time gets away from you, or you just have a lot of fun, and then you're like, oh no, I didn't do a video today, or I didn't do my 2 or 3 videos, or whatever your channel does. Do you feel like that's a slippery slope for you as a video maker, a content creator?
It's not as much of a problem for me. Actually, a lot of my content that I do live stream ends up on my channel as a video as well. So a lot of the time I'm recording with DX Story on top of streaming. Although you can record with OBS or XSplit or those as well, but I like the settings and other features of other recording programs. But I've kind of tailored my live streaming as a component because I started YouTube first and then went to live streaming. Every week I make an announcement video that says, these are the streams this week. It's Friday at 7, Saturday at 3, Sunday at 7. And so I've kind of pulled the audience from YouTube over. And so like the games I play on stream are the ones where viewer interaction, playing against the viewers are the big ones. And then I'll go back over the footage that I've recorded and edit it, make it shiny, put it up on YouTube after that. So it is nice that I can do other games where it's just kind of a Twitch exclusive kind of thing. When Ark first came out, I was, at the end of my normal stream, it's like, I'm just gonna go hop on Ark, I'm just gonna leave the stream on, you guys can come on and, enjoy yourselves and whatnot. And sometimes I forgot the live stream was still running, so I was sitting there just chatting with friends and whatnot, building things. I'm like, you guys watched me cut down this entire hillside of trees for 3 hours? But there's a way to do balance if you want to do balance. If you don't want to spend the extra time editing, going, just live streaming would work, or you could do both, or,
I've done YouTube for a very long time, so to me it's like when I started streaming, I've always had a motivation problem with streams, and the way I look at it is I wouldn't have my stream if it wasn't for my YouTube, because the only reason I have viewers on Twitch is because of my YouTube channel. Like when I started streaming in February, I tried to get serious about it, and I had around 14,000 subs. And I would try to like cross promote and post a video on my YouTube whenever I went live, and that would bring over about 30 viewers. But I'd be sitting about 30 or 40 viewers the whole stream, and it was a motivation problem for me, because I was like, why don't I just stream on my YouTube, and my subs would come to that instead of having to go to a different website. And with making videos and stuff like that, I never really took my highlights from Twitch. I would leave Twitch to Twitch and then make my YouTube videos on their own thing. So yeah, I guess I don't know, make videos. I set a schedule, I guess. Like my schedule, I wake up in the morning, I stream until about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and then I make videos for probably a couple of days or the whole week, and then I will be done with YouTube. Because that's the thing, like when you're partnered on YouTube, or do you have scheduled uploading for everybody now, or is it just partners still?
I think it's 500 subs it kicks in at.
Well, with YouTube, you have a tool called Scheduled Uploader, and it's pretty cool because you can, say you could spend Monday and Tuesday making a bunch of videos, schedule them for the whole week, and then you've got Wednesday through Sunday to dedicate to streaming, but you're still having content go up on YouTube. So I definitely take advantage of the Scheduled Uploader tool whenever I can. So yeah, it's a pretty good tool to keep up with both websites. But I guess I just set a schedule for myself and do both.
Okay, I would say that it's pretty much a slippery slope for somebody like me. I'm a student in college right now, so I don't have a lot of time to balance both, and it sometimes feels like streaming is just easier because I can sit for 5 hours and stream as opposed to recording for 3 hours and editing for 3 hours, because it's like a time saver, and then the reaction that you get from your followers is just up front right there, then you can see it. So since I'm pretty bad at just focusing on the game, I'm super interactive with the chat, and that doesn't make for a good YouTube video because those YouTube viewers can't see who you're talking to, they can't see what you're saying, so it's just like you sitting there yeah, haha, okay, yeah, and it's not fun for anybody to watch. So for me personally, it's really hard to edit down my Twitch highlights and Twitch streams to put on YouTube, but it's something that I'm trying to work on, but just really busy sometimes.
One thing for me that it comes down to when I live stream is time, and same thing with YouTube. So I can go spend 20, 25 minutes and get a recording for YouTube, but then I have to edit it, and then I have to render it, and then I have to upload it, and throughout that time it takes about 3 to 4 hours just for one video. While on Twitch, I can sit down and I can live stream for 3 to 4 hours, and it just feels so much more rewarding. It's nice being able to just sit down and play video games and talk to people instead of having to sit down, render, edit, and do all that stuff. So it is definitely, in my head, it's kind of like two platforms, two different, it's like two different, two completely different things. That's what I was trying to say. Because Twitch, you sit down and play video games. YouTube, you sit down, play a video game, render, edit, and a ton of stuff. One problem that I have when I do live stream though is I have a really hard time making a schedule because some days I just don't feel 100%, and for me, if I don't feel 100%, I don't want to live stream. It's even if I'm like just not even feeling that great or I just have a lack of energy, I don't want to put that content out. I don't want to try to make it seem like I want people to come watch me when in reality I want to watch myself, and that's another motto I go by is if I want to watch myself, I want to stream that. Like I want to make sure that I find it entertaining, you know? So
For me, I do different videos like on my YouTube than I stream, and so like on my YouTube it's more of like if I'm doing like Dragon Mania Legends, how to get this dragon, or maybe like chest openings or card pack openings. So they're usually quick videos and they don't take that much time. So I know streaming is very time consuming. Like I could do like a 5-10 minute video on YouTube and it's okay, but streaming like an hour is short. You know, some people come in and you're only an hour in and they're like, okay, or if you try to shut it down 35 minutes, you're like, what? You just started. But I can usually do both since my YouTube videos are shorter and it's usually different games. I can still get that in and then still do a live stream. But I also see how live streaming is easier because once you play, you're done. There's no more like work after. Like with your videos, you gotta edit, and sometimes things can go wrong. Your file doesn't save, and you don't have that footage anymore, and you're like, what do I do? So it can. You see the pros and cons of both.
I never really miss uploading a video. I upload 60 videos a month across my 2 channels. Last month I got married and went on my honeymoon, so I had to prepare 27 days worth of videos in 4 days, and I did it. Did I die a little inside? Yes, but I still did it, and live streaming takes a back burner for me for sure because I'm a YouTuber first, but you know, so I guess I don't face the same issues as you guys that try to do both. But I'm kind of with Landon. If I have time or if I feel good, I'll stream. But living in LA, I don't have time usually, but I try to make at least 2-3 hours a week to stream.
that's one more thing that I wanted to add in is it's kind of hard being a live streamer because you can't pre-record a live stream. You know, I guess you could, but you can't really pre-record a live stream. You can do that for YouTube, and you can get 27 days worth of videos done in 4 days. But with live streaming, like I wasn't able to live stream last night because I'm here. You know, that's one issue that I face.
I kind of look at it now as like doing your homework before you play. So like I'll try to get like 1 or 2 videos out before I start live streaming, and try to hit like, you know, I wake up at a certain time and do like 1 or 2 videos, and then like this time, you know, I have scheduled for live streaming because if I do live streaming first, I'll never get it back to the videos. So that's the way I look at it. But it's up to you. You know, find a balance. Just don't get hooked on the live streaming because it's very addictive. I have many friends that are like, I need to get back into YouTube, you know, but they're stuck on just live streaming because it's so easy. All right, now we're going to do Q&As for the rest of the time, which we only have 5 minutes, unfortunately. So if you want to line up on the mic over here, anybody has questions to ask anybody. Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Zane.
Hello. How you doing?
What is your upload speed?
My upload speed is 15 megabits per second, which is, I think it's pretty slow because I lived in Austin and I had gigabit 1,000 up. So I came to Houston because gigabit was supposed to come there, but now it's down to 15. And they're not here in my part of town yet in Humboldt, so.
Like I mentioned earlier, I wish I had 15. I have 7. And so 3 is what you're looking at if you want to do 720p. And then about 6 or 7 will get you 1080p, being able to stream without any issues.
I have a 5, and I have like a 5 upload and like a 20 something download. So I mean, my stream quality isn't the best, but with a 5, it gets to make it okay, I guess. I stream at about, if you look in like software to record with, I stream at about a 2,000 bit rate or 1,500. It just depends on how my internet's feeling that day. Like sometimes if I stream at 2,000, which is about 720p, my internet just doesn't want that, and it won't work. And then sometimes my internet's like feeling good that day, and that'll work. So it all just depends. But mine's about a 5.
Yeah, I think mine is 4 or 5 depending on what day I check it at, but I haven't had any problems with my stream and the internet speed and the quality and stuff like that. Like I'll ask my followers like, does this look good? And they're like, yeah, it looks great, like not a problem. So I don't think you need an extremely high upload speed unless you're playing like online games on your PC. But if you're like streaming a console game, it's not like, if you're streaming Grand Theft Auto Online, it's not taking that from your computer to upload into Twitch. It's a different connection, so it really depends what you're streaming from.
For me, I have 5 ups, so it's not that much. But one thing that's kind of not that great is my area has Verizon Fios, so that's great internet, right? And my community has that, except 3 houses in my community of like 5,000 houses, and I'm one of those houses, so I'm stuck with like really bad internet. You know, it's not that bad, it's doable, but it's across the street. Yeah, just move houses.
It's quick.
I think it's like 5 or 6. I haven't checked it in a while.
It's fine.
I have 100 up and 300 down, but I live in Los Angeles, so we have tons of options. Comcast business.
Well, where I live, all I get is 0.5 upload, and I can't fix that. That's just where I live. There's no better internet. I can't switch to anything better.
You
So,
haven't.
You do 480p. I used to do 480p at that same speed, and it looks pretty good on 480p. If
okay.
you and tell the viewers, just be like, this is the best I can do for right now, you know, but hope you enjoy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're just gonna have time for probably the second question. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so this one is for Landon. One of my friends asked me to ask you this. You know Marlena, right? Is she your main bay or is she your side bay?
Can you repeat the question?
Is Marlena your side bay or your main bay?
I
Can you
don't.
give us context to this so we can get on?
Okay, so it's like a Twitter thing.
Oh, okay.
Marlena likes my cousin Preston, so I don't know. Main Bay, I'll claim her. Sweet.
Main bay. You heard
I'm
it.
taking
She
her
would
from
be
Preston.
proud.
You hear that, Marlena?
All right.
And then for those of you who didn't get to ask questions, we're going to be around a little bit after the panel for those of us who don't have other things to be at, so you guys can have a chance to come up and ask us those as well.
Yay.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming out. We're gonna have to turn this over to the next panel, but thanks for joining us. And like you said, are we gonna go over here or over there?
I think it's over there.
We're gonna be over here if you want to come up and ask us questions or anything like that. And thanks for coming up.
Thank you, guys.
And real quick, where you can find everybody, so you
Oh
all.
yes, right. I'm youtube.com/JoJoPetB.
And I'm youtube.com or twitch.com/GhostWolfGames.
YouTube.com and twitch.tv/IncardiLag.
Okay. YouTube and Twitch, Megan Plays with 2 N's, MEGANNPLAYS.
Mine is really simple. It's just Landon, and then you add an MC afterwards. So.
Since I do multiple platforms, you can find me on facebook.com/ageekychick or twitter.com/ageekychick, and just wherever I tweet, that I'm live at.
Everything for me is Aviator Gaming, so.
Thank you, guys.